start. So if anything, we get a lovely T tutorial. Let's see what they've got in store. I mean, Intus could not have more nades if he tried. Nafany's lining up for the mid-smoke. Get it right. Rush will be mad if you don't. He's been showing the future pros and the current pros, I'm sure. Maluki flashed off. Good util dump here out of Intus. He's got another one. Oh, it doesn't catch the mark. And Pesadeo, good for the one. He'll dip away. Axel's poking and prodding at A. And the bomb's still in that limbo position. They could commit through Donut, and that's what Pesadeo is supposed to be responsible for. This is going to be tough now. Multiple angles. Hobbit quick on the draw. Ouch.
Yeah, A is not meant to go that easy against the USP. So walking on in, getting that bomb down, and now it's just 2 to find. Hobbit ruins XNS's day, and it is just Malbs in a 1-on-4 situation.
I'm not surprised Hobbit's in a lot of people's dream fives. A lot of impact fragging out of him.
Yeah, he's a handy player, old Hobbit.
There's
a kit in Temple.
Malbs is actually playing the game.
There's a kit in Temple.
There is. He's going to be told exactly that, and he does retreat to retrieve. Oh, he didn't need that one bang. He'll have one more chance, one more shot. Hope that the jiggle from Nafany's a bit shy of the mark. He's trying to play with the hitboxes. Malbs makes something out of nothing there. Very convincing stuff. Gambit take the pistol down to the 1v1.
Oh, dearie me. Okay, so let's just quickly reflect here on the history for TeamOne on the map of Ancient. They played it 5 times, so they played it a little bit. They've won it 0 out of those 5. Now they have losses to Pain, Extra Salt ×2, Ents, and Ago.
Oh,
so,
it's damning.
Yeah, so it hasn't gone great for them whatsoever. But look, plenty of time to change that discussion here.
Certainly. And just good to see what their thought processes have been about, you know, the CT side of Ancient, and see if they have any different reads of how to approach this defense. At this point, Gambit have thrown out the very standard smoke cave and progressed up lane. They can even use mid as an access point towards that B lane.
It's curious to see how teams want to approach cave on the CT and the T sides, if it's real estate they think they need or if it's real estate they want to hold. Left and right. Big problem here for Nafany as he continues to jump across that cavern.
CT smoke, okay. Now they've got one more where that came from. And there it goes.
It kind of helps Hobbit a little bit, right? Like it gets him up towards Red House where Maluki is the only one watching passively on that B site. If you can get Donut presence and you can get Red House presence, a bit of an ace split here. Might be on the agenda. Nafany lining something up. Jump, throw, and away we go. That's
for Temple.
Oh, perfect landing right there.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to split nicely off the back of that. PRT's completely nullified. And yeah, Pesadeo doesn't even get to pull the trigger, I guess. Game sound.
It's intermittent at the moment.
Every time we're at that L-bend, we seem to lose it.
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
We know Ancient has a couple of quirks to it. Hopefully that's not one of them. Now this has already been dispelled, right? The fact the bomb's gone down and there wasn't any friction whatsoever. TeamOne probably wanting to hold on to these upgrades here. Make it a conversation about it now. 2 fall. Still plenty of time on that bomb. Yeah, it's just going to force Gambit to tighten up here a little bit loosey-goosey towards the tail end of that one. So an AK, they're going to have the scout. They've got 2 Deagles still in the mix here. Pesadeo, which means Nightmare. I think we remember that from last time's little research. Someone reminded us.
Nightmare, and it reminds me of the Dreams and Nightmares skins. I've been looking at a couple of submissions. People have been doing some incredible work.
This could be competitive for the next round of play here, all things considered for TeamOne. That Deagle from Pesadeo will be dropped across. Everybody has an upgrade to work with. There's armor on 3, and actually 3 sets of head armor. So quite the nice investment to be having into the next round of play here. Let's see. Gambit going to keep working on this mid control. So far, on that first, let's say, gun round, I know it was an anti-eco, but they've gone for B lane control with 2. This cave smoke here from Intis is going to land. This time it's 3, so maybe a bit more pressure up towards that B ramp position.
This is a boost they've been waiting for. Maluki posted up with a scout, though. It's going to be very hard for him to find an effective tag.
They're going to flash first? You'd hope so.
Oh, lovely. Inter's head is gone. And that scout, relevant. He'd love another. Trying to throw a couple of stray bullets into the smoke and delay. That's a CT smoke they've thrown. Not so convinced it's enabled the plant. Gambit now bomb ticking. It's going to be hard to play the after plan, though. Still the AK in play from Pesadeo. Smokes are in play as well. Good from Malbs to at least be threatening. Nafany's down. And that's not an easy fight to be taken. Shiro very quick to the draw. Smoked himself out.
That's an accident.
They'll call it quits.
Yeah, I like the fact they did that early. It gave them more smokes to keep both lanes locked off. Whereas if you just go for an execute lane, you only have 2 smokes, they start to fade. The post plant becomes a bit of a problem here. And it was against a lower buy where obviously not a lot of utility in the mix. So bomb goes off, AK retained, and both teams happy to see that one through. So 3-0. And this is more of the start we're looking for from Gambit. First gun round, going to be very telling here of how they want to approach. Do we see the Shiro AWP immediately as we get the nice little scout highlight there in Maluki? Good finds here from Shiro. Important kills just to alleviate a little bit of that pressure as they're locking down that B bomb site. And they will just operate with 5 rifles here. So no T-sided AWP just yet. Cave smoke out again. Nafany on his own to get that territory. Deep mid molly. We're seeing early exchanges here.
They are willing to have a solo mid-hold in Pesadeo. I mean, some teams have been opting for 2 initially and then floating that second over more reactively to B. But so far, they've not felt they need it or require it. Nafany, oh, okay, caught this time on his smoke crawl. XNS unloads his mag and gives them a man advantage. Let's see if one can build off that.
They are very, very passive right over towards this mid area. Pesadeo, if he pushes through this, it would be kind of crazy. So he's just looking for a bit more space in the red house. PRT's been playing retake A the entire time. You can see that little dot on the radar. Number 1, he's just been jiggling over towards CT spawn, just seeing if he can catch Axel here on any of these peaks.
Oh, just as they look away, I think Pesadeo may have a little bit of an inkling. But look at their setup, it hasn't moved a muscle, so surely they're just going to walk into the A site wide open. PRT, Molotov'd off, the AUG scope still will enable him. They're taking their time and they're managing their angles well. Rotates on its way, this is the fight. Oh, and he's delivered. Now Pesadeo can strike as well. Gambit getting rumbled here, the rug pulled from underneath them and it leaves Shiro. The whole squad completely gone. And he's kept honest as well. Nice response from TeamOne, and they'll take some AK upgrades for their hard work.
It's interesting how the ambient noise is at different levels in different places.
Yeah, like the cicadas get really loud.
Like I know that's with certain sound effects in the game here, but like it almost feels like Ancient has that like across the entire map. So it's weird when you flick to a different guy and it's just a little bit louder here, there, and everywhere. But well handled, and Gambit didn't have any smokes left to smoke off any of those choke points towards A. So handled here by TeamOne, and they get on the board early. It's actually puts a little bit of a curious situation for Gambit. You'd think after the early rounds, they could get another buy going, but kept very honest here. An AK for Shiro, 2 Deagles, 2 Glocks, and a flash. Not a lot to work with, and Hobbit has already been hemorrhaged down to, below half HP. Eyes will be on Shiro here.
Malbs might go looking. And he is. Now, as soon as they find Inters, the rotate from Maluki should come in. Because there's nothing else there. Surely your A defender, PRT, once again, is being tested. Oh, and that's the AK big pass. A green tick in the box. He falls after 1. But that was the only armored AK in play. And planting now is not going to come easy. The smoke is promising. Nafany trying to work Temple. Axel throwing a rifle. That's big from Hobbit. It may very well have ramifications into the outcome of this.
How are you going to plant, though?
Oh, okay. Careful now. A fake nearly converted. But Hobbit now finished off. And the plant's just so hard.
So difficult. It's very barren, that bomb site. Very, very barren.
I don't know what it needs. The temple and the donut. Yeah.
Maybe if you moved it like closer to that back wall. Like I'm just speculating here. There's a lot of things you could do. But
which back wall are you referencing?
Just if you're where PRT was. Yeah, like if you just plant spot, you could plant on the back side of that box.
And then you have to do the wide L swing.
Yeah. So then from donut you're not completely open. From temple you're not completely open. From CT you're not completely open. Right. Those long lines of sights are removed.
Like I don't mind the donut and temple if I didn't also have to worry about the CT angles on the 2 wall plants. Like if I want to plant close temple, I'm visible for the CT. If I want to plant on the safe corner, I'm visible. Saw Axel faking it out there, and that was a prime example.
be interesting just extending it by, if I have a look at it right now, it's not by a lot. It's maybe half the size again.
Yeah.
Here we go. Same aggressive maneuver. Same outcome.
Ooh, and if they don't go down to the inter swing, which they haven't, TeamOne are going to be set for success here. I mean, the PRTA defense so far, he's been good for it.
$3v5, it's going to seem very difficult for Gambit to get through in a round like this. Bomb over towards A. We've just discussed how open this bomb site can be, and they only have one smoke on Axel, who is the most forward member of this. Swings, noted, gets space, but that's all he can really boast about right now.
Yeah, that smoke should be enough to at least encourage them into the site. Breaking the crossfire, Axel and Shiro posting up, and this is the clear. Maluki's still paranoid about Donut. Bomb's going down now. What's going on with that sound? Either way, that should be the end of that. PRT, patience prevails. Axel's got so much left. It's just caught on the retreat.
So it looks like there, having Hobbit pushed up so far mid into that little cutout, he was responsible for Donut partially, and that's an interesting way to do it. Right? I'd have to go back and take a bit of a deeper look to see exactly what the sight lines are and what Hobbit would have to worry about. There's always being on the other side of that big stone structure that Hobbit can't see, but that's just the one place that the T's will have to clear. But once again, it's a bit of a gauntlet to cross, and Gambit are going to be thrust on down towards these pistols.
Yeah, Pesadeo is clearly very alert to be clearing that on to rotate to A. Not going to fall to any silly games from Hobbit. You can see him in the feed there. All right, call it 3-3, call it Kevlar and Deegs. Tech9's in the mix as well. Looks like they want to try and re-aggress through the mid-smoke. That would be a surprise. Just wait it out instead. So Donut and top mid. 2 smokes all it takes for full mid control. So he flashes them off. He confirms presence through audio. They're advancing straight towards his location. If no one's holding that gap, yeah, Pesadeo, you better not give up that territory. And he is posted up, getting swung on, and Shiro keeps the TeamOne boys honest with a great Deagle headshot. XNS now called upon. They're rotating the bomb into A, and it is a lot of space for Axile. Oh, too much for Maluki. And now an AWP in his hands. He continues to push, try and lock down this rotate. Caught as he drops off, leaves them with a very promising round here, Gambit. Very threatening, and defusing going to become a bit of a nightmare. They've got the kits, they need to survive, get the smoke down, and that's Malbs' job. Both of them Donut side. Oh, and he found a lovely angle for that defuse. He should be sitting it. They're pushing off the flash. Malbs cancels, Malbs down, running out of opportunities now. Oh, and XNS is so low, the smoke will fade. Gambit have won this one, and they've played themselves here. TeamOne booked. Gambit only needed a couple of pistols.
Oof. I guess you see the other side of that, don't you? With the open plant, or the open site,
yeah.
the open diffuse, I guess, is where that conversation starts to go. And the smoke was in play here. I don't know, I guess there's an argument if he sat it, would he have had it? He did get off, right? He must have been getting peppered, which is what forced him off here. But that response is the undoing of the rounds, and that is going to be Gambit responding here.
And I mean, that's nightmare fuel for Gambit. When the smoke arrives, you know, you'd think that that's going to be the beginning of the end. Far from it. Great conversion. That puts TeamOne now on notice. They have to take this one.
Yeah, they're really liking this A bomb side, aren't they, Gambit? Hobbit this time tasked with dealing with the B lane presence.
I think it's just because they're hipsters, Chad. They just want to be different.
Because of the CIS teams, like when I've watched Spirit, when I've watched VP, they've all really liked going towards A. So here we go again. Let's see if they can make it work.
Ooh, and he's getting away with murder there. Even trades, but if they lose the A site, which PRT is now making very clear, he's lost it again. Those retakes were tough. Gambit successful into the A site. The after plant I'm interested in. Will there be a retake of sorts? XNS is the first to fall. Axile's in a very potent angle, and that's enough to deter solid stuff out of Gambit. They need to hold on to what they can. Well, there's our 8th round concluded, and Gambit getting themselves firmly back in control of this one. We've seen a fair share of CT saves. Gambit, though, are going to force a timeout out of TeamOne, so they're going to want to think through their options a little more. Maluki 2k residual. Malvs has his armor already. Looks like they've thrown the rifle over as well. And the fish, Chad.
The fish.
The fish.
The fish foot.
It's actually the toes.
Ah, okay. I guess that water is probably a little bit shallow for fish. Frogs?
Frogs would be up for it, like amphibians.
Yes.
Loving
An
life.
axolotl?
An axolotl.
In this part of the world would definitely be flourishing.
Ah, and it is fun to say.
And maybe some tadpoles. There'd definitely be mosquitoes. So, guys, if you're going to visit Ancient, make sure you take some mosquito repellent. That's going to be very, very important.
I used to go and collect frog spawn from my grandma's pond.
Yeah, I think as a little kid, I think that's a pretty common thing.
That is a common thing, yeah.
But did you ever keep it to get to a frog? That's the real question.
I think so. I think I had tadpoles in a jar, eventually frogs in a pond.
Nice.
Yeah, and then the pond was a safety hazard, so Dad filled it in.
I fell in a pond when I was a kid.
You see, it's people like you that ruined it for people like me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to get closer to the frogs.
Apparently, kids fall into ponds all the time, and so I didn't get to have a pond lifestyle for long. That's the end of our pond cast. Oh.
On next week's episode, check out the algae.
Malv, I don't fancy his chances. Wow. Does very well. His team has as well. TeamOne, they peek into the ramp, actively contesting. I'm getting some Inferno flashbacks here. They want to fight for that banana control, and well, look at it. Look what they're left with. Shiro posted up, hoping to be fed something. And it's in TeamOne's best interest not to be jumping into his jaws anytime soon.
There is a tiny gap right now, but that would have them heading over towards A, and it kind of feels overpass-esque, where they can rotate in time. So, oh, the util displaced, almost gets 2 kills there. X and S into the jaws of Axel for sure, but now it is just Shiro, and I think we know what time it is.
No. Yeah?
Yeah.
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 All right, well, we get to learn more about the optimal saving spots of Ancient now, Chad.
There's a nice little tree down here that he could position. Oh, he doesn't like that spot.
No.
Okay. There is a tree over there. Maybe behind the spawn pillar.
The T-spawn pillar does sound safe to me. Right back where he started.
There he goes. Just tucked on in. There he is.
That's sticking out of his thigh. Is that the Tech 9? Yeah.
I received a tweet, Alex. Somebody isn't happy that I am analyzing the game. This is commentary, not analysis. And it upset me a little bit.
Oh, okay. Can I take this one?
No, like I just blocked him.
Okay.
But I don't know, man. Like I'm out here,
No.
you know, I'm just talking about the game.
Yeah, I've had many people say it's so silly how I'm always the one talking about the action and talking over you when you're analyzing, and then there's something to be play by play. I mean, there's roles in commentary.
Well, yeah. So I guess it's probably duo dependent, but in ours it's quite clear.
Yes,
I'm doing the color commentary, and you're doing the play-by-play.
Yeah, but back in my day, I'll come back to it because this is actually a full bind. He's ahead of the util. Oh, Pesadeo booked by Hobbit. A perfect read. Catches him just as he tries to replace his mid-util, and look how quick he's through red. There is a gap the size of Africa. Hobbit can do whatever he wants. Yeah, sure, you push B lane. Maluki now
we're going A.
Is going to address it, but Hobbit's already slipped through.
Hello, hello.
Oh, and Maluki's a dead man.
No, you can't even help the A site right now.
He's going to ruin their day.
How many is he going to go for here?
I reckon we might get a second if Malbs just hurries up.
What? Hobbit, don't overcook this.
He's not overcooking it. He's got 2 in his sights, and it's filthy from Hobbit. Absolutely filthy. Oh, that's just round winning. Just like that. Positioning alone.
Oh, the Molly's great too.
The Molly is forced PRT. Oh,
where are you going to stand?
Oh, can't find a single angle he likes.
I think it could be get on the hell out of here right now. XNS, isolated by the smoke. PRT, forced back by the Molly. And Hobbit, through the opening kill and the positioning, just wins the round. All 3 kills for him. Lovely jubblies.
So the commentary.
Yeah.
Can't blame anyone for like getting confused, because a lot of the most popular duos in Counter-Strike typically didn't ascribe to the commentary division of labor.
Sure.
You know, like back in my day, there was a very clear play-by-play, and then usually an ex-player would come in and be the color commentary or an expert in the field. But you know, I mean, Anderson Semler, they always did both. They were always doing both. So I guess perhaps in Counter-Strike, the expectations of a commentary pair are different. But just, yeah, typically you have a play-by-play role, which is the one I fulfill. And color commentary, which is Chad Sponge Birchall.
Do you know the amount of people who come into my stream, because I'm a full-time streamer now, by the way, I didn't know if you knew that, and come in and go, there used to be a pro player.
What?
Well, yeah, about bloody 5 years ago now. So look,
back when you were playing Hello Kitty Clubhouse.
Yeah, it was some time ago, but it was a reality.
That's a terrible smoke.
No, that's not the smoke that they were looking for. That's what my expert analysis will tell you. But this one here, statistically, with Ancient, and I might even just check the overall. I've been going from event to event, but Ancient seems to be quite CT-sided.
Are you being analytical right now?
A little bit. Come
on now, Chad. You're supposed to cast, not analyze.
Well, Maluki with the scout now, pushing down long, trained up in, and doesn't land the shot. A tag is good. Frag is better, and utility now. Now we're exchanged across the map here. Nafany peering on out, dropping down.
Bloody commentary.
And taking steps with the W key.
Bomb's going A again. Gambit are trying to prove to us that the A site is legit. Pesadeo's Deagle is too. He wants, I mean, his responsibility is to hold on to Donut. Maybe the little self-boost could catch them off guard, and now PRT's responsibility can be that of the Donut slip. Ooh, I'm a little sketched out by the bomb still being so far away, so this may not be a full commit, but Axile, oh, he's doing it all on his own. Puts the squad on his backpack, and now they are on the way. Axile's entries, they may be walking through PRT. He's hiding in the smoke, hiding in plain sight, hoping to catch some backs turned. And he'd be pretty hard done by to find more than one. He gets none. A tag onto Inters. They can't finish the job. Shiro posted up for success and leaving them with nothing. They don't even need to plant. They might now. Maluki does have a chance, and he's denied it. 15 seconds. All of a sudden, it's just been reversed. It's Gambit that have to get this bomb down, and the denial, it could come easy again. Who's bodyguarding this? He can just swing in. It's too easy for Maluki. And the A site, that's the issue Gambit will run into as the smokes fade. Denial of the plant extends play.
Just chipped away at, right? Just absolutely chipped away at there time and time again. Poked and prodded just like some bloody bees in a hive. And, well, the final frag there as the bomb is going down with roughly 16 seconds. That spells absolute disaster for Gambit. Unfortunate to lose to a round like that, but great stuff from TeamOne to keep this competitive. Now, as I was mentioning, I was having a little bit of a gander at the all-time statistics for maps recorded on HLTV and the CT or T distribution of rounds. The highest in terms of being CT side, this is historically, this is over all trains, right? This is different versions of trains, this is all years of trains. 54.7 on the CT side, that is the highest. Oof. Nice shot. Well, they're coming into B.
Yeah, Exynos would have to find at least one, and he has done so. So play on, they say. Rotates on its way. Maluki. It's not ideal position to find yourself as an AWPer, but maybe you can still line up a nice denial. Nafany goes for the safe, quote-unquote, safe plant. Maluki was ready for it, and again, Gambit having issues getting the bomb down. They were counting on this. They were counting on it. Inters has been bailed out. A nice little team play between Axile and Inters, dropping his util to get that bomb site a little more under control, and they will have it. This is a tough angle for Inters to clear.
Big gap in that smoke as well.
Here comes Axile, swinging in. He's just too good, and yeah, Pesadeo, he'd be hard-pressed to find them both. Around that 40-second mark. If he could get one and get away, that is absolutely optimal. He's unknown.
I have no idea where he is.
Yeah, and he might be, oh, he's been spotted. And Axile, goes down, but Inters is there. There you go, the power of information. And this time, Gambit recover from a denied plant.
All right, I'm going to quickly readjust my little point I was making before. I'm just going to look at 2021. We won't go historic. We'll just go with the maps that are in the current map pool. In 2021, Ancient has a 53.8% round distribution for the CT side. And over here, Nuke has 53.5. So Ancient is the highest on the
most CT-sided map
in the current competitive map pool.
There you go. Bam. And Gambit leading on the T side, just to completely hammer home exactly what you're witnessing here. I love a bit of Ab's aggression. It's definitely not been a secret, though. PRT with a deep smoke.
Really loved it. Like those B hits that they've had there, sure, it's gotten messy and they've had to trade, but the A hits, the issue have been just getting this chipped away at, right? So, oh, that's nice. Goose through the smoke there. PRT won't be hanging around it. You can see them just lining up all their goodies.
I can't believe they're doing it again.
Yeah, they're really quite stubborn on this A side, but they can make it work.
I mean, as long as you complete your mission while the smokes are still up, right? Like, that's the only caveat. So if PRT could somehow delay you for 15 seconds, yeah, a one single Deagle bullet isn't going to slow them down. Smoke's not up on Donut, so they're willing to just actively fight that. Interesting. Interesting. Bomb planted. Gambit set for 8. Malms and XMS are gonna... Oh,
The French star.
Yeah, it's good to see him back in the server. Can't
been a while.
Can't believe his Portuguese caught up so quick.
Yeah, he learned that real fast, didn't he?
XNS?
Yeah, it's hard to tell, right? Because they obviously replaced skulls with XNS,
yeah.
right? And we don't have the most clue of what's going on in the Brazilian region. That's for sure. But he seemed pretty handy on Mirage. He's not seeming too shabby here. Everybody up struggle street for TeamOne on this map. We knew they were going to be like a fish out of water. Bomb goes off. And that is going to be 8. The half has now been won by Gambit. That's just about how much damage can they really put on the Brazilians. 2 MAC-10s. Axel and Nafny, they don't need to upgrade. They can rock these again. Right? They're able to make their playbook work around that because TeamOne, unfortunately, well, their money's still in the bin, right? They've gone for a more aggressive investment in the previous round. They find themselves in hot water again, and that's just been nature of the loss bonus. So, yeah, here we go. We're going to have a Scout, a Deagle, P2K, and a couple of USPs. And these MAC-10s, they can just shred on through. Nafny straight in towards Cave. Axel dealing with the mid push, and well, they're poised just to pounce onto this B bomb site one more time. The stack here from TeamOne is over towards middle. I think they're kept busy by a smoke alone, so only a matter of time until they get into this B bomb site. Shiro's picking up the package. Nafny and Hobbit are already pushing all the way through, and if they don't shoot immediately, actually just shoot immediately. Yeah, get it done. Now get behind him, get a move on. You saw what that flash was set up for. You know that there's more to find, and find he will.
It couldn't be any better for Nafny. Oh, and he's the only MAC-10 in play. Oh, never mind, there's 2 of them, but Axel's been hard done by. Doesn't get a single SMG frag. It's all Nafny's, baby. 2,400 extra dollary dues for his last round of players if he needed them. He's got an extra 9 grand to splash. So yeah, he will get the most expensive rifle he can find. Grabs himself a Krieg for good measure. I've only seen maybe 1 player in the last 3 weeks of play convince me that the Krieg looks good. Looks like the old Krieg in Tabson's hands at times on Dust 2, but no real love for the Krieg. Org's definitely seeing more action. I think that's more positional than anything else. And Pesadeo is not going to be booked this time. Axel's ahead of the AU till, so he is on an aggressive campaign, and damn, takes down 1. He will be traded. That does give an advantage to TeamOne to finish here strong in pursuit of a 6th. Nafny's in the cave, so I guess if he waits long enough, he might catch a CT going for a walkabout, but... Oh, what an adjustment. Malbs did pull the trigger first. Nafny at least gets him. And on the way to B, Inters will arrive in the face of a smoke. Doesn't seem to deter him. He actually is in pursuit of a little more. We'll tuck in. It's a hard clear for the CTs. Hobbit will join them. And it looks like XNS wants to walk down here. This is very ballsy. Oh, dear. He's fed them back into the round. Rotates on the way. TeamOne, this was a prime opportunity to post a 6th. And damage inflicted heavily. Hobbit working and limping. Inters to plant. No utility to contest that. Single flash for the retake. And already Hobbit set up for the round the world maneuver. Hobbit can't find... Ooh, can find the first. And PRT... Just a question of when he wants to peek, and catches him with the nade out.
Patience. Bloody virtue right there. Well, the diffuser's going to come on in. We're going to call it 9-6. It's a decent half, all things considered here for TeamOne. But guess what? We need to conclude this one after the break, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for more Ancient action.
Hey Future Pros! Locking down mid as a CT can put you in a good spot in a round of Ancient. So let's check out the Smoke Incendiary combo that the Chad Sponge Birchall likes to throw. Get into the middle of the doorway just before the stairs. Aim to the vines at the extended leafy bit and throw your smoke. Then quickly position your crosshair at the tip of this leaf and walk forward and throw the incendiary instantly. These nades will surely make the T's mad and make them hopefully respect the util. If you want to change it up, you can also throw your incendiary at the same smoke lineup for a deep coverage of the elbow area. Good luck holding mid and make sure to throw your nades fast.
We welcome you back to the second map, and it's the first day of play for Group D. We're getting it done, and we're doing them dirty. Poor old TeamOne, very, very close to pushing Gambit to a potential third. Unfortunately, Mirage, though close, did go the way of the favorites, Gambit, and Ancient is the second. So it does look like our South American underdog are going to be feeling a little hard done by. Gambit heading over to the favored side with a lead already, and even whipping out some pistols akimbo. Nafany whipping themselves out the dual Berettas.
Give me a D.
Give me a D. D.
Give me a U.
U.
Give me an A.
Hey.
Give me an L.
L.
Give me an I.
Oh, no.
We didn't get there in time, but the 1x bet odds certainly did. Nafany ready to destroy.
I've got a sneaking suspicion
He's getting 4.
that he's getting none.
You don't think he's getting any?
Not a single frag.
All right, I think Nafany's about to light this bloody scoreboard up, man.
He ain't seen what Pesadeo can cook up. Man, oh man. It's just a matter of time.
Nafany's been practicing these dualies every single bloody day.
That's why he came back early from the break, actually.
He did. That's why they started on the 8th of August.
Dually related.
Just said, I just want these to be the best gun in the game, and I want everybody to see. Oh, that little micro jiggle.
This is we could have the slowest Ancient pistol in the record books here, actually.
Well, they're playing musical statues, so when the music starts playing again, they'll start moving.
Da, 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 da. Bomb's going A. Gonna give Gambit a little taste of their own medicine.
Well, they have to get past Cave, right? If they want to assist from mid to flank on towards this A site, they have to get past the Jewelers.
Who's going to blink first? That's the question. Oh, Pesadeo starting his campaign.
Navany
looks away.
No, Navany.
They're doing it, Chutney. They're into A. They haven't cleared Exile. And that's 3. As easy as it gets, really.
But the gap, they got the gap.
They did pip the gap.
They got the gap.
That's kind of exciting, because Pesadeo is in red room and 2 players are holding him.
You need to die.
They got it. He's just going to take one with it. Bang. And the dirt is gone.
No. XNS, no one's near you. You're not going to get any loss bonus. You're going to keep a glow. Oh!
Yeah. Okay, well, he's got $150. It doesn't sound as good as 2,000. And Kevlar doesn't cost 2,000. So we'll see this again.
That couldn't have gone worse.
Yeah, it could have. I suppose 2 of them could have not died.
You're right. The whole team could have not died.
Yeah, other than that, it's pretty much the worst case scenario, yeah.
Oh. Well, they dropped him a P250,
There you
so
go, mate.
I think they felt a little bit bad. Okay, so he's got a P250 and Kevlar. Everybody else is going to take the economical. Oh,
like in the last 10
man.
seconds, XNS just looking for like any high ledge he can just throw himself off. It's not like Virgo.
Oh, okay. Well, Axile, he has a plethora of different positions he likes to play over towards this site. Right now in tandem with Shiro, and Hobbit, who's rotating back over here as well. So Axile farming simulator. Likes a kill or 2, does old Axile.
Yeah, he's not going to let that bomb go down.
That's like, you know those shredders where they put the trees in them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that looked like.
Yeah, that's how it feels. Exactly.
Done.
You just see an entire, like, hundreds of years of tree growth just getting...
Mulched.
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 Is that the word? Is that the verb?
Yeah, I think so.
I've always been jealous of people that have like the skip outside their house. I'm like, okay, you're doing some serious renovations.
My dad loved a good skip bin.
Yeah,
loved it. We were on a corner block. We had more skip bins than you'd imagine.
Yeah, my family
skip in a year.
All about that.
Lots of smokes here. Cave smoke, extinguished smoke, door smoke, you name it. And not many left. 2 reside now, and the pressure 4 with the MP9. Well, it comes out on top.
Yeah, it's a tough one for Malbs to stomach, given the AK-47 was in play. And XNS might be dispatched to go and retrieve it at the bare minimum. And Nafany gets the luxury of just disappearing. He's done his hard work. He got the kill. He'll leave the healthy members of Gambit left to defend on the B site. Okay, you got 60 seconds to piece it together. You got 2 smokes as well. So B does sound likely. PRT joining the pack implies the same. And it's against the bonus, so it's not going to be the dream buy for Gambit. Long-range fights for an MP9. It should favor the AK, as it has.
Yeah, if he had a different weapon there, Inters may have just played the cave off angle. Now they've actually considered the bomb site here. Nafany the one to respond, MP9 as well. And he wasn't getting anything done with that. So brute force into the B bomb site. Now it's just about getting that down and setting up the post plant. Gambit should give this one a crack. Oh, and chipping away through the smoke. Unconfirmed damage there. Kit on the floor. They will need to pick that one up.
Oh, they weren't ready for Hobbit. Just by biding his time, they actually are quite threatening now. And on the defuse, Pasadeo's crosshairs not on the right spot, not a 10-second. 10 seconds, get the spray, it's gone. And so is the round, so are the hopes and dreams of TeamOne. That is a screamer.
They even did it the hard way.
How so?
They didn't pick up the kit that was like
a
meter away.
Full 10 seconds in front of them.
They did it the hard way.
Oof.
And you can see right there, right? There's a lot of reason as to why you don't just take the bomb site with the left and the right smoke, right? And then you get out of there. Like, your post-plant positioning has to be something a little bit more threatening. That's just one smoke top long. Now what? Oh. That's your only position to play post. Like, that's the reason that you don't just smoke left and right. There needs to be another move within the game, right? It needs to be, we get the bomb down, as the smokes start to fade, let's flash, let's take one of these corridors, right? So it gives you something to work with here, or at least have cave, so you have 2 points of contention.
Well, that was it. Hobbit's surprise from cave kind of was the start of the end. Aggressive from Nafany. Shiro can flash when he wants it, but he's just been given lane for free.
That's juicy. The timing on that is perfect, and this gets cleared out. So doing it a little bit stutter-steppy, right? Not straight out the gate, and now Nafany can re-smoke that and condemn them to the other side of the doors until sub 1 minute.
That's pretty cool, actually, yeah.
Well timed as well. One of the things to note when you are playing these, make sure you do it before the smoke is just starting to fade, right? Because if you do it in the smoke, you might get caught with that nade in your hand. We have a lot of players trying to nutmeg these days, so timing of the smoke, very, very important here. But Nafany has been left on his lonesome. And I just think the lack of sound cues, the lack of any aggression across the map here has lulled Gambit into the sense that it will be an A play. The fake's coming on through. It's being called as a fake here. They know that it's only little bits of utility. So back to B they can go. They've already swatted this A attack away. Nafany with Shiro now, and they're going to lock down the B bomb site.
Yeah, here they come. Nafany, bait it in. Lovely covering position for the first two. Bomb loose, no plant. And nothing to celebrate for TeamOne. Exile's ready for you, Maluki. And he will collect a nice, quick and easy headshot for 13. They are flying through this ancient game. It's exciting for a couple of reasons, of course, if you prefer the Gambit fans, just seeing them get off to that start. And also not falling foul to TeamOne. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for TeamOne to find an upset victory, considering their group. I mean, I'd love to see how TeamOne handle the likes of Entropic, how they handle Furia with a stand-in. You'd expect that to gimme. I don't know how much Gary's going to be able to frag.
Yeah, look, if we go back in what feels like ancient history now, he used to play on the team, but not anymore. I guess the positive is he's just filling in for Honda or Drop, who we hadn't seen with the main team, so the level of expectation in that 5th slot is low.
Yeah.
Kind of like TeamOne's chances here in this round with XNS already being knocked on down to 15. So things are already difficult for the Brazilian side. They're not going to get much easier here, and we knew Ancient wasn't going to be a stroll in the park. Missed off shot there as Shiro takes his chance. Oof, bullets just to the side there of Inters, and wow, okay, we're just going to walk out and take some fights mid, are we?
Yeah, so will Pesadeo, though, and these trades do go Gambit's way. Maluki thought he was joining a advantageous fight, but Shiro just posted up on the line. How often do they do that, though? How often do they just have Shiro posted up for anyone that wants to punish the holding W of Hobbit?
Yeah, it's nice to have that safety net in play, right? If you fall, Shiro will catch you. Now, with 50 seconds left, PRT noisy, right? If we go to PRT is going very, very noisy through T-spawn, which means those water sound cues are heard. Now, they don't know which way they're going, but they know that somebody was in T-spawn. So the hit, it's impending. About 10 seconds now.
Malbs would need 2 incredible clicks. He's looking the wrong way, unfortunately, so won't get much of a chance. I tell a lie. He gets them both, backs turned, and bombed down. And Malbs has taken some territory back. If Gambit don't clear this out properly, the flash is good, but Malbs still posted up. Oh, this little crouch clear from Hobbit gets the info. He's not blind either.
Naughty, naughty.
Yeah, well played by Gambit. Oh, and PRT didn't pull the trigger. They both swing in. He's going to be isolated on this wide swing now. They're across. Does not favor him whatsoever, and Shiro just has to not miss the shot. He's holding it. He's held it. He's held it. And that's 14 for Gambit. Pesadeo at least, excuse me, PRT at least keeps hold of the AWP.
That's twice that's happened to them.
I was thinking about Pesadeo before. Yeah, that's what happened, yeah.
So it's just unfortunate here that they're unable to contest in that manner, right? That setup by Gambit was interesting, though, wasn't it? Check this out. Now, the amount of trust that Inters has in Nafany there is insane. It's like, you have to hit that shot, Nafany, or we're both dead. So, very, very close. Great openings there from Malbs.
I mean, it's his angle management that gets him those kills, because I think if he'd have gone just a step further, his shoulder's out for Nafany, and he will have time to get the crosshair over there. So incredibly well played by him. Doesn't lead to a round, though.
Good plan, and they save the AWP. So I know that right now we're just going through, like, we're trying to find a silver lining now for Team1, right? Like, that's the best we can do.
They're heavy, they're dark.
Yeah, and now that they're able to have another full gun round, especially after this one started with XNS staying alive on the pistol round on the T side, you know, like, you can just, these woes are definitely starting to group on up. Standard stuff here. Cave smoke, ledge molly, and B presence. Maluki boosted, will flash for himself, swing on out, and clear the long side off. Shiro behind the pillar. Nafany in towards Cave. Hobbit in float. Inters has been called across towards the A bomb site.
In the flames. He's done well to get the frag, but he will go down to Maluki. Let's see if this B take has a little bit more bite to it. Sure, a bomb plant's great. Pesadeo does get it down. Naded down as well by Hobbit, who doesn't finish the job. They have no control of the forward cube.
Yeah, he's late on the flank here, but maybe too late.
Just Malbs now on Ram's side. Entire Gambit squad closing in, tightening their grip. Nafany's already got full cave control. He's anticipating PRT. There you have it. One frag isn't enough. Stepping into Axar, it just comes too easy. The numbers game always favoring Gambit. They get to trade off with one another there.
Yeah, again, they still have that cave real estate. They're able to lock that down. You have one avenue. I sound like a broken record at this point, but being able to play the B bomb site without any territory, it's not easy. It's not like the A bomb site where if you don't have any territory, you can spam from every different angle. This one is the other way around. You are getting spammed. You're the ones into this crazy crossfire of so many positions. Axar flicking around there. He's up to 19 kills. We got 20 for Hobbit, 16 for Nafany, 14 for Shiro. And Inters, just 5 kills for him, but not really needed to do a whole lot so far. And what is likely going to be the final round of play, another full gun round made possible by that plan. So here we go. Aggressive mid, run boost 2. Shiro slowed down by the flames and forced even further back by Moore. Oh, they're pushing through that.
Go, yeah, wow. XNS straight through the smoke. Nothing to celebrate. Nades onto the ledge swing as well. Oh, good catch from Malbs. He's actually caught the booster, so he knows there's a boosty. Oh, can't finish the job. Inters lives on, so that B hold is now bolstered. Shiro's there. Trying to force the rotate, and it forces Shiro forward, so perhaps they have done enough, but this is a boost again. Two boosts.
No, this might just catch him off here.
Yeah, I mean, at least one. Oh, they get them both. And Gambit making a strong case for their Ancient here. There's no doubt about it. All teams in the group. I'm sure Liquid have been thinking about it. Like, how is our Ancient going to be coming into this group? You're going to maybe be tested on it. But Gambit have proven that they are one to be feared upon it. TeamOne kept honest, and Gambit 2-0. Solid conversions, all things considered.